What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We're at another episode of Cambridge Comedy Underground, episode number 4, I believe that is. Today we're going to start off with some regular BS. This is just the good stuff that happens here at Cambridge Comedy Underground. My co-host could not be here with us tonight. I was hoping for. Sorry, Casey McNeal could not be here tonight. But I have my good friend with me, Kevin M. Quigley. Let's bring him to the stage right now. Kevin M. Quigley, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Thank you, Big D. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on tonight. It's a shame Casey couldn't make it. I heard he took like 300 milligrams of edibles, and he's still passed out from last Friday.
He's still asleep.
That's too bad. Old man.
He may have got picked off by Cardi B. Who knows?
Likely. He seems like the type.
Yeah, he seems like the type. So usually here at Cambridge Comedy Underground, me, the host, I come up here, I do a few minutes of jokes, warm the crowd up a little bit. But I'm going to let my man Kevin M. Quigley tell you guys a few jokes before we get the show actually kicked off. Are you ready for that, Kevin?
I think I'm ready. I hope they're ready. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I hope you're ready. So without further ado, Kevin M. Quigley, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Big D. Thank you. Give it up for Mr. Big D. Hi, folks. You guys don't know me, but I'll introduce myself. My name is Kevin M. Quigley, and if you cannot tell from the way I'm dressed, if you don't laugh at my jokes, my father will be suing. So let's get those laughs up, folks. I think summer is a verb, and I am not afraid to use it. So obviously I was in a fraternity in college, and I had a lot in common with those guys. Some people like to say, oh, you're just buying your friends if you're in a fraternity, but I had a lot in common with them. We all loved drinking. Every single one of us loved smoking pot, and you're not gonna believe this, sir. Every single one of us had sex with my girlfriend. What are the odds? I had a pretty cool situation back then. I had a solid group of guy friends. I had a girlfriend who was actually willing to hang out with them. Fellas, rare, am I right? One time she even hung out with 6 of them at a time. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't there for that. Found out about it later in a group text. College was rough. Now, she was obviously a piece of work. I don't like to demean women by calling them the B word or anything, so let's just say that she was a huge cunt. I'm not in college anymore, and dating can be hard. I don't understand women. I don't understand their bodies. Like, I went out on a date with a girl. Turns out she had pierced genitals. Very confusing. I think it's pretty badass, though. I think it's metal, literally metal, in the hood of her clitoris. Might have been an alloy. I'm not sure. Found out later, though, when I went to her apartment. I said, why are there so many magnets lying around? She said, those are my sex toys. Now, that's smart. Don't even need to wash your hands after, and then you can hang up a wedding invitation from your grandmother. Hang up a wedding invitation or a postcard from your grandmother in Naples, Florida. Obviously not Italy. Her family was white trash. It goes without saying. I went on a date with a different girl. She said, Kevin, did you know it's actually healthy for a woman to drink red wine during pregnancy? I said, if you want me to wear a condom, you can just ask. What kind of shit is that? I'll wear it. I'm a team player. Our team is not putting some fetal alcohol baby through Fitchburg State. I'll tell you that much right now. Jesus fucking Christ. Everyone said, Kevin, you want a date, you got to get on Tinder. That's how the kids are doing it. So I got on Tinder. I noticed every girl seems to say the same thing. Hit me with your best pickup line. So I said, hey, girl, are you my parents? Because you're going to be disappointed. And that didn't work. I guess you're not supposed to bring up your parents when you're trying to be sexy. I never personally read the Kama Sutra. I used my even better pickup line. I said, hey, girl, are you a leaky pipe? Because you should be in my basement wrapped in duct tape. You guys seem to think it was hilarious. I don't know. She didn't get my sense of humor. I don't think it was meant to be. Whatever. I'm having a rough week. I'll level with you guys, folks. I got kicked off of Tinder for reasons unknown, and I got this nephew. He's like 5 years old, and he caught me masturbating. And it was completely my fault. I could have easily chosen a different playground. It's just a joke, folks. I don't have a nephew. I just got the one sister, and she is like the queen of miscarriages. Also just a joke. I know I'm losing you here. Also just a joke. My sister has an IUD, and I know that because she's always bringing it up at inappropriate times. She'll be like, I have empowered myself as a woman by reclaiming control of my reproductive organs. And then the waiter at the restaurant is like, thanks, miss. Will that be a super salad? Tell you, Mom's birthday was a real doozy this year. Stop bringing up your IUD in the restaurant, Mary Kate. Whatever. My sister is a lot more mature than I am. I'll tell you that much. Like, she doesn't like to date guys our age. She thinks we're all immature. She can't stand when men actually play video games as adults. She thinks it's a huge waste of time. And she's an expert on time management. Every single day of her life, she finds 4 hours to watch The Real Housewives. I don't know how she fit that in there. Yeah. She says older men are much more immature. And I was like, if you want the mark of immaturity, you got to find yourself a 42-year-old who dates recent college grads. I agree completely. 401ks. Having a 401k does not make you mature. I think we should establish that. They're just handing those out right now. They're like the Jehovah's Witness literature of savings accounts. All right, whatever. I'll end you guys on this. So my sister and I raised around the Boston area, obviously an Irish Catholic family, and a lot of stuff going on in the the Catholic Church right now. Like the Pope, they're calling him the cool Pope because he like vapes or collects vinyls, or I think he drives a motorcycle. I didn't keep up. But I think the Pope has always been the cool Pope, right? He is the cool friend who gets the rest of his friends laid. I think if you didn't laugh at that joke, you might be complicit. Take a look inside yourself. You should see Spotlight. It's on Netflix. Great stuff. But I'm going to bring up your first comic. Absolutely love this guy. He runs a series of shows throughout the city of Boston called Comedy Party. You can see him at Nick's Comedy Stop, Laugh Boston. He performs all over. Please give it up for Mr. Alex Giampapa.
Yeah. Guys, I enjoy marijuana.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yes.
All right, 3 cool people and a lot of cops. Interesting, interesting. I enjoy medical marijuana because it's medicinal, so it's good for me. So instead of calling it high, I just call it getting better. Yeah, if I'm being real with you guys, I'm feeling a little bit better right now. Last night I got better as fuck. Or as I call it, doing my best. Thank you. Medical marijuana is hilarious because they take every single aspect of it super seriously as a medical situation, except for one thing. They never changed any of the ridiculous names of the weed. So, like, you go in there and you sit down with a doctor, and he's like, all right, Alex, what we're going to do for you here is give you something that's high in CBD. It's also going to release any sort of neurotension you're feeling. So we're going to go ahead and prescribe you the skunk bottom diesel. It's like if your doctor gave you antidepressants and was like, they're called no more boo-boo yum-yums. Is that okay? Is that good for you? That's good. So there's a lot going on now with men and women. It's up to young men to figure out what the new proper way to approach women is. I was talking to my friend about this. She got kind of fed up. She was like, okay, here's the rule. If you can say it to your mom, you can say it to a woman on the street. So I've been walking up to women on the street and saying, I love you. And I need money. It's not going perfect. That's the thing, man. I had a breakup recently. It's okay. It was one of those things where there was too much pressure to move too fast. Right? Like she suggested I see a therapist at one point. She sends me there. She sets up the entire appointment. I'm in it for 10 minutes, and the woman says, you know what you should do? Marry your girlfriend. What kind of an ambush is this? I know an inside job when I see one. Furthermore, I've been here for 10 minutes, and you're pressuring me into making major life decisions. What are we doing, blow at noon? Oh, early in the show for a cocaine joke. All right, I'm only going to do 3 more. Here's one. Sigmund Freud, widely considered the greatest psychologist of all time. Apparently, used to give his patients cocaine. Yeah. So, like, of course he's considered the greatest psychologist of all time. You can't lose. Walking out of that office like, I don't know what that guy did, but I'm feeling a whole lot more confident. It's not bad. I worry about stuff. I worry that technology is developing too quickly. Like, way more quickly than we're ready for. Right? Like, I saw this article recently, and they were talking about how now scientists can 3D print a human heart. And I was like, that's amazing. And I went to print out the article, and there was a paper jam. And I was like, we're not ready. That's it, man. That's it. I started using one of those dating apps. I didn't like it very much. All the profiles I saw were just like a bad quote and then your astrological sign. Like, I saw one girl's, and it said, if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. And then under that it said, I'm a Cancer. And I was like, yeah, I knew that after the first thing. It's good, man. So I don't use them. We've given like too much information to apps. They're very strange places to me, right? Like LinkedIn. My entire LinkedIn network is just kids I went to college with pretending to be young professionals. And it's like, dude, I know you. It's always like, do you want to endorse Kevin Johnson for business management? And it's like, all I can tell you about that guy is that he loved Adderall and still owes me $40. That's all I can tell you. Venmo's a beautiful app, right? This is an app that you use to pay people. But when you pay people, you have to give a reason. So if it's something illegal, you have to lie. And I'm just hoping they like never go back through the Venmo transactions and call people out. Because it's going to be weird when they're like, hey, Alex, we were looking back at a few things here. And it says that on April 23rd of 2014 at 3 a.m., you spent $80 on pizza? Yeah, it was a late night. I was super hungry. Okay. But then it says here that at 4 a.m., 1 hour later, you spent $80 on pizza? Just a bit of a pizza head, I guess. Okay, but then it says here that at 5 a.m., 1 hour after that, you spent $80 on pizza? Parentheses, LOL, cocaine? I told you fuckers I was going to do another one. I told you. We got you now. Got you now. The thing is, I didn't even know if I could do a cocaine joke, but then you guys laughed really hard at the weed jokes. And I was like, they're cool. We could up the ante. Like, the weed jokes were gateway jokes. It took you a second there. Okay. Maybe do more cocaine. Maybe that. Maybe that. That's good, man. So you guys see all the all-gender bathrooms lately? Just to keep shit light. No, but seriously, like the all-gender bathrooms do not bother me. Not really at all. I mean, granted, I'm not a woman that has to poop next to a man, but seems okay to me. What weirds me out about all-gender bathrooms is the fact that they so aggressively tell you it's an all-gender bathroom. You know, like I was coming out of one over the weekend, and I turned around, and it just said, "This is an all-gender bathroom." And I was like, okay. And that's fine. But just in the interest of time, you could have also written nothing. Right? Like every bathroom is an all-gender bathroom until you specify. We had one at my house growing up. We weren't progressive. We just didn't care. Not caring's the most progressive thing you can do. For real. Like whether my kid comes out to me as gay or bi or straight, I'm going to be like, gross. I don't care. No one should care. Let's get rid of this tradition where we come out to our parents about what we want to fuck. Strange. Like, is it going to be 2032? And my son knocks on my door, and he's like, Dad, it's taking a lot for me to admit this, and I don't want it to define who I am, but I'm actually into feet. Get out of my room. I don't care. We don't have to get into fetishes. No one ever has to tell anyone, because I'll tell you this, there's a fetish for everything. Everything. Right now, there's some woman out there who's super into janitors. Yeah. We don't know why. She doesn't know why. But every time they put down that caution wet sign, she's like, is that for me? Because I even found out there are people who have what's called a humiliation fetish, right? Like they get off to being embarrassed. And the thing is, they're apparently very scared that someone will find out about this, which doesn't really make sense to me. Because, like, what's the worst case scenario? Your friends and family find out and ridicule you super hard? And you come harder than you've ever come before? What's the problem there? Seems like a solution to me. Isn't it weird that come is one of the worst words, but it's also one of the words we use the most. Right? You couldn't swap that out with any other word. You know, you can't be like, hey, you guys cunting over later? Okay, didn't fly here. Didn't fly here? Not in Cambridge, Massachusetts, buddy. You can take your fucking millennial Beetlejuice looking ass out of here. And stop trying to pull off saying the C word in the most liberal town in Massachusetts. Fine, I understand. But I'll tell you this to redeem myself, right? I think that men and women are very similar. I think we're just as capable in every single way. I think the key to advancing forward is sharing the wisdom that we both hold, right? Because we don't enough with each other. Because I have a friend who's transgender. They were female to male. And he was talking to me about getting a penis. He was like, I don't know if I want a penis. And it felt like I was the local and he was the tourist. I was like, you got to get the penis. It's a vital aspect of the experience, maybe the best part. And he was like, no, it's not that. It's just that, so I guess, when they get you a new penis, they have to take skin from another part of your body. And he was like, I just don't know if I'd want like a big scar going down my arm. And I was like, I mean, you'd probably rather have the big scar than a little scar. Like, is the arm scar going to be the new big feet? Where it's like, you know what they say about a guy with a big arm scar? He's got a big dick and it's brand new. Thank you so much, you guys. That's all from me. Yep.
Alex Giampapa, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic guy. You guys didn't seem to care for the fact that he used the C word, probably because he should have issued a content warning. I know, it's a great pun. I am happy to introduce your next act. I have worked with this girl all over town. She is absolutely delightful, so please give it up for Miss Amanda C.
Oh, Kevin's saying such nice things. I can't believe I'm allowed on public access TV because, like, if you think what you heard was bad, oh, let me tell you this. Dating is a thing, and me and my husband we're married, so it's like, how do you go about paying for the restaurant, right? And people complain like women should pay and women are like, I shouldn't pay. Like, it's a headache. So me and my husband came up with this thing where whoever pays that night is the one that receives oral. Yeah, right? So when I'm knocking back those drinks, I'm stretching out my jaw. And when I take him out, I make sure not to shave this at all. Bitch, you're getting rug burn tonight. Fucking, yeah, this is what marriage is, ladies. If you're not married, welcome to my life. And then it's only awkward, really, when his parents pay. Yeah, I don't suck his dad off, no. I lick his asshole. I do. But no, I go to a gym because I'm married, need to stay in shape, and heart disease is the #1 killer in women. And I want to get my husband's life insurance. I didn't suck that dick and watch ESPN for nothing. At all. So I do. I go to an expensive gym called Equinox, and if you don't know what it is, you're poor. You are. Congratulations. And the thing about Equinox is it's a bougie-ass fancy gym. Really fancy. And you can always tell in the locker room which girls were the hot, popular girls because they have no hair below the eyebrow, perfect nipples, flat stomach. Everything's great about them. And then there's me, trying to bring back the bush like the hipster art student. Huge areolas. You're like, how huge is too huge? Like, too much frosting on a cupcake ratio. Like, I'm scared to get pregnant because they get darker, and I'm afraid it's going to spread to my face. And then people will be like, Amanda, is that a rash? I'm like, no, I'm pregnant. Congratulations. And also the thing about those girls with the nice flat stomachs is they have cute little belly buttons. And I have a huge, deep belly button. Like, how huge? Like, people have gotten drunk and stuck in their fingers in it at work afterwards. And then they're like, whoa! And I'm like, joke's on you, I don't wash it. And I don't, and I'm pretty sure it's a white trash trait left over. So if I got pulled over, I could hide my crack rock in it. And if you have a small dick, it's not cheating on my husband, it's helping out a friend if you fuck it. So I tell my husband about this amazing gym and how these girls are naked, like no hair and perfect all the way. And I was like, if we switch bodies, like Freaky Friday, he's like, oh, I'd only go in there to take a look. And I was like, oh, honey, that's sweet. Because if I got your body, your asshole would be toast, bitch. I would be doing hot yoga, sitting on soda cans in the break room. I'm going to find the clit in his butt. And then when I get back, he'll be like, how'd it go? I'm like, how'd it go, honey? We are the locker room champ. We swallowed 5 buckets of cum. Protein shake, what? Locally sourced? And then I would hope he would get my body on the day where I had my period and I was a moody little bitch that no one wanted to be around. And my pants didn't fit and nothing was right. And then when he's upset crying, I'm like, oh, how is it? Isn't it all in your head? And then I'd finish the day off by coming on his/my face. Why? Well, gotta show him what it's like. If cops get pepper spray, they have to be sprayed by it, right? It's only fair he gets to see what he wants. But it's gonna stain my face if we switch bodies back because he's a ginger and they come tang. You know what it's like going into work saying I self-tanned myself wrong repeatedly? It's hard. It's a hard lie. And no matter, I don't know if anyone has dated a ginger, no matter what a ginger says, no matter how much you suck them off, your eyesight won't improve. That's how I found him on Craigslist originally. He said, natural alternative to LASIK. Didn't work. But I didn't get the flu, so it's 50-50. But that's why I love the gym, because that's what I would do to him. But we're married now, and people are always asking, about like the next step in marriage. Like, are you gonna try anal? And I'm like, been there, done that. That shit tears like tissue paper. Never in my life did I think I could relate to American History X. You know that shower scene? Never did I think that. But no, women actually at work are coming to me and touching my uterus and asking if I'm pregnant. Yeah, they do. As if I forgot where to put that hot, heavy-loaded baby gravy. And it's a funny, fucked up double standard, and my husband isn't here tonight. But if he was, I would hope you do this to him next time, because no one does this to men. No one goes up to them and bounces their testicles and go, hey, when are you going to put this dick spit to use? These feel heavy. Thank you, Amanda C.
Thank you. That was Amanda C. She knows a lot more about women's bodies than I do. All right, our next performer, she recently returned from the sunny state of California, so you guys are lucky you will get to enjoy her while she's still in Boston and before she goes off to some other grand place. Please give it up for Miss Ellen Sugarman.
Hey, everybody. So you guys, I get this all the time. People tell me all the time I look a lot like Barbra Streisand. Yeah. It's just a more polite way of pointing at me and saying, hey, Jew. I don't do that. Some guy actually said to me one time, he's like, yeah, you really do look Jewish. You don't act it. I was like, I have no idea what that could mean, Could have been an insult or a compliment. It was definitely anti-Semitic. We didn't have a second date. But I fucked him. Yes. But what I did was I Jew-fucked him. Yeah. Let me Jew-splain what that means. It means that I did it and I complained the entire time. Yeah. I was like, man, these pillars are so hard. He's like, we're in your bed. Then I stole his wallet. Just for fun. He just said I was in California, and I was in California. And the people in California are a lot more, racist. And this lady came up to me after a show, and she was like, oh, thank you so much for doing all that Jewish material. You don't always know who the Jews are. They just kind of like walk around with the regular white people. Yeah. As if I'm like some white privilege party trick, Like I'm going to pull a dreidel out of my ass. Like, shalom. I had a great week this week. I went to the eye doctor, and he told me that I had the distance vision of a 30-year-old. Yeah, exactly. Of all the things of a 30-year-old I could ever have. That's not the one I wanted. Yeah. I was like, yay, look at me. I can see for miles. I just pee a little when I sneeze. Yeah, which is actually a problem I've been having. So I called my other doctor to tell her about that. And she's like, oh, don't worry about that, Ellen. Just keep doing your Kegels. I'm like, oh, I'm doing them. And she's like, well, do more. And I know that's not really funny, but what's funny is now I'm doing them. Yeah, and I do them through the whole set, actually. Yeah. Doing them now. Yeah. Maybe my set won't be tight, but guess what will be by the time we leave? Yes, that's right. That joke actually is just for ladies, right? Yeah, I got to say that because one time after a show, a guy came up to me. He's like, oh, my God, you said Kegels, and I started doing them. I was like, I don't think you did, buddy. He's like, no, I swear to God. And he started to tell me what it was that he was doing, which I really didn't need to know. And I was like, oh, no, that's just clenching your asshole and holding in a fart. Yeah, but also very important, so thank you. What an ally. Photo sticks, right? When did they start calling the photo sticks, when did they start calling them selfie sticks? You know, it's so weird for me because I'd been calling my vibrator a selfie stick forever, you know? Yeah, and I found out in a really uncomfortable way, too. My mother called, and she was like, hey, we're going on vacation, and we were just wondering, do you have a selfie stick we can borrow? I was like, oh, no, borrow? And she's like, yeah, you know, we're so tired of asking strangers on the street for help, and your dad's just not really good at it anymore. I'm like, oh, God. Imagine her surprise when I showed up with it. I was like, here? I left her like a week ago trying to screw it on her camera. Don't return that. Oh, gosh. So I've been dating a little bit. Not really. I just kind of downloaded Tinder. Which was fine, but those guys are young. That's too young of an app for me. Like, I realize that those guys, there's so many of those guys, and they're all so young, and I have, like, panties older than most of those guys, you know? And they all smell better. Yeah, actually, though, I was in CVS the other day, and a real young guy actually asked me for my number, which I was very flattered by, and I quickly punched it into the keypad, you know? I don't know if he's going to call or not, but I got 50 cents off of Charmin, so I win. That's really all I want at this stage is a coupon. I used to date a guy who was a lot younger than me. He was like 20 years younger than me, which is very sexy. You know, they call me a cougar, like, wow. Which is so different than what they call men that do the same thing. You know, what's that word, creep? Yeah, and because I'm so much older than him, I thought, well, all right, here's what we'll do is I'll teach you some things, and you can bring them on to your next relationship. You know, and then that's my way of giving back to the millennials. You're welcome. So I said to him, I was like, hey, let's bring some toys in the bedroom, you know? And he got really excited and showed up the next night with his Nintendo Switch. Don't worry about me, though. I had my my selfie stick. Yeah, and then I said to him, I was like, hey, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's do some role playing. You know, like I could do a French maid or be like a teacher. How about if I become like a stranger, you know? The stranger scared the little fella because he's not allowed to talk to strangers. And then he said, hey, Ellen, can we do babysitter? I was like, oh, you don't really get role playing. That is just real life for us. And then I said, fuck it, and I made $12 an hour that night. So making it rain all over the place. Oh, you know what's never weird is his mom is older than me. Yeah, she was born in March. Yeah. I'm a huge supporter of gay marriage. Well, okay, yeah. Thank you. But that was weak, you guys. Like, go on, Cambridge, you know? Like, I'm not really a huge supporter, but you guys just came off super homophobic. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, and for me, it's not because I don't think that everybody should love whoever they want to love. I think that's fine. It's just it's another group of people that are going to have an easier time getting married than someone like me. Yeah, they say women over the age of 40 are going to have a better chance of getting killed in a terrorist attack than they are getting married. Yes, I'm fucked. Exactly, yeah. Joke's on them, though. I heard recently that marriage is overrated. Yes, I heard that from the married guy I'm fucking. I'm used to people not laughing at that joke. You know who never laughs at that joke? It's his wife. I don't think she's here. I was driving the other day, and a car pulled up right next to me. And this guy starts yelling in my car, starts saying something to me. And I was like, what's going on, buddy? And he said, hey, lady, I'm jerking off. Do you want to pull over and watch me jerk off? I know. How did I get so lucky, right? Thinking to myself, like, what is it about me that makes you think that that's going to work? Like, ooh, look at her, you know. I know how I'm going to get her. This is it, you know. Yeah. All right. It worked for him. He's out there. Yeah. I tried masturbating and driving. Because I do my research. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work at all for me. And it's because what happens is that when I finish, both my legs shoot straight out, you know, and that is just like bam, you know, gas on the brake at the same time, you know, car spins around, you know, they're all like, how'd she die? With a big smile on her face. That's how she did it. Yeah. I read a survey the other day, and apparently women are now liking men with a little extra weight on them, like the dad bod, if you will. Yes. Well, congratulations. Well done, my sister. But doctors are warning men, don't do this, because what'll happen is that you'll get sick and you'll die early. And women, we are just suggesting to these doctors to just shut the fuck up. We do not need their help. We don't care if they die. I'm so woke. All right, so I got this necklace recently, and somebody asked me if it was a rape whistle, and it's not, but it is a whistle, and it plays a beautiful love tone, so it could be used as a rape whistle, like those days that you don't want to be a bitch about things. You know what I'm talking about? Please stop. All right, you guys. I've been Ellen. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Whoops. Playing hooky here. Folks, that was Ellen Sugarman. Give it up for her. She does... She sees the benefits of dating a man with a little bit of extra weight on him, and is at the time in the show when I am proud to bring up one of those gentlemen. I'm sure you guys are all happy to see this man. You came out, he hustles, he runs this show, he runs shows all around town. Did a show with me in Melrose last Friday. It was a lot of fun. Please give it up for Mr. Big D.
Thank you so much, brother. Yes,
We're moving this
I
one.
did do a show with Kevin not long ago. It was an all-white show. And for some reason, white people decided to bring their kids to the show. I'm like, you know who you booked, right? Sometimes I say the N-word so much. Like, I say nigga too much. Like, I do it a lot in my own. This is cultural, though. You know what I mean? I said nigga so much this night. I went outside to go smoke a cigarette. The lady that was in there with her kids was pulling up with the car. And she was like, come on, Timothy. Let's get in the car seat. He was like, nigga, I ain't getting in no fucking car seat. I looked at him and smiled. I was like, my nigga. My nigga. It's just crazy. I like being around white people when I go out to a restaurant, right? When you go out to a restaurant and you're ordering food and you get really bad service, the best people to go out with is white people, because they're going to give a Yelp review right there on the fucking spot. You know what I'm saying? The service was terrible. The salmon was overcooked. The water was not fizzed. It was still. I don't understand this. This is bullshit. Black people, I hate going out to dinner with black people in this bad service, because that Yelp review turns into a real nigga review real quick. And everybody's just like, who the fuck is you to be coming over here telling me this? they leave a tip like stay out of dark alleys at night and shit. Like, it's fucked up, man. Just you ever been in a relationship? You say some shit that you regret. How long you guys been together?
19 years today.
Oh, 19 years. Give it up for that. Have you ever tried to assault a man over her vagina? Just a quick question. She's like high five. Yeah, I guess he. Oh, he said, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, my lady, you do have some good box then. I just want you to know that. He's very much protecting over that. Have you ever said some shit that you like really regret in a relationship, some shit you wish you could take back? Like I love you? Like I do that shit all the time. Sorry, baby. She knows it's all jokes. All right, so we're going to keep this comedy train going. So here at CCTV, we like to give local comedians a chance to come up and shine. So we do 2 guest spots for the evening. So this is the first guest spot of the evening. I don't know if I think he's back here. He just watched Endgame. Yeah, he's here. So without further ado, I want to bring up this guy. He's a dope comedian. I've done shows with him since I started doing comedy, and you guys are going to like him very much. Give it up for Miguel Perez, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Keep it going for Big D. He's doing a wonderful job out here hosting. This is nice. Really nice. How are you? How are you guys? You guys been doing for a long time. That's nice. Not what it is, right? It's like I just want you to know that. Oh. Do you remember the moment that you guys like fell in love with each other?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing it real quick or not?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Let's go. Okay. So I was in a grocery store 2 days after we met, and I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, let's do it forever.
That's the guy. That's
Yeah.
my one. Yeah, fuck
He's
yeah.
got nice green eyes, whatever.
Nice, sir. Do you remember yours? It's okay. You don't have to. Not a lot of us do. Not a lot of us do. Here's why I ask you, because like I'm gonna tell you mine because I like to share it. Because it wasn't that romantic. Like it was nothing like that. It was more like we were in my bedroom. My girlfriend gets on top of me. She goes, "Honey, are you into motorboating?" I'm a guy, so in the back of my head, I'm going, "Don't fuck this up." Like, you know, because sometimes guys, we get excited. We're like, like relax, calm down. So I try to be calm about the whole situation, and I was just like, yes, I am into motorboating. As soon as I got done saying motorboating, she planted her face into my man boobs and just went. Yeah.
Instant love.
That hurt. Hurt a lot. But I learned 2 valuable things. 1, I need to start working out. And 2, she's the one. That's when I found out. We moved in together now. We're dating. We're moving in together. We have cleaning ladies. Yeah, we do. We got it like that. I know you're probably saying, Miguel, those are not cleaning ladies. That's your mom and your sisters. They're Brazilian. All right. I'm Mexican. There's a food chain. Yeah, we have cleaning ladies. She likes to do this thing the day before the cleaning ladies show up. She likes to do this thing. She likes to clean the house. Does that make any sense to any of this?
Yes.
Why do you clean the house? Do you want to know what she said? She said, well, I don't want them to think that we're slobs. Like, that is the reason why we have cleaning ladies, because we're fucking slobs. And we got it like that, so. No, I love her. I love her to death. I think she's great. I love her too much, I think. I love her too much, like, to the point that I want to cheat on her. Yeah. Because here's the thing. I'm a pervert. I like weird things. Like, I want a girl to pee on my feet while I spit on her face. Like, that kind of weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like, really messed up things. And, like, I don't want to do that to my lovely girlfriend. I love her too much. I respect her. I know her parents. I can't be dragging my nuts like across her forehead and be like, so, honey, you still want to go to IKEA at 4? Or, I think it's okay to cheat. I think so. As long as you're on your side of the bed. Am I right? Yeah. Oh man, I am from Mexico City, Mexico. I came here when I was 12 years old. I got here on a Thursday. Friday I went to see the school that I was going to. Saturday I went to the mall. Sunday I went to church, and then Monday I started school. Pretty fucking impressive, right? Yeah, I loved it. Am I done? Is that what you're flashing your phone? I'm out here telling my life story, and well, here's the thing. Like what I'm trying to tell you is, my parents, when they brought me here, they had a lot of high expectations for me. Like my mom thought I was gonna be an architect. My dad thought I was gonna be a doctor, and after 4 years of high school, just barely graduated, and they were just very disappointed about that. They lower their expectations to, hey, how about you just don't get anybody pregnant and move out? You're 18 now. Come on, let's get at it. Okay. I love my parents, but here's the thing. That's my dad and my stepmom. My dad and my stepmom. My biological mom, she passed breast cancer. She died a couple years ago, and it's fine because I got to hang out with her before she passed. And here's the thing, like when something like that happens, and like for example, like my life as a comedian, my way to deal with it was to write jokes about it. Okay, I wrote a couple jokes, and there was one that she really, really liked. And if it's cool with you guys, I like to share it here tonight. Is that cool? Yeah. All right, cool. Okay. Okay. Do you guys like impressions? Yeah. You do? Okay, cool. All right. How much time do I have left? No, like how much time do you have left? Do you know how much time I have left? And scene. Boom. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you, but I didn't mean to confuse you. No, that was my impression. It was my mom at the hospital. Thank you. That's for her. You didn't know her. I gotta tell you this before I go. I was outside. I was talking to one of my friends, and he goes, "Man, I can't believe you do stand-up. That's crazy. I'd be so afraid to do stand-up comedy." I'm like, "Really? Is that what you're afraid of?" He goes, "Yeah. Why? What are you afraid of?" And I told him the truth. I was like, "Wire coat hangers." He's like, "That's weird. Why are you afraid of wire coat hangers?" I was like, "Oh, it's very easy. My mom used to beat me with them before I was born." My name is Miguel Perez. Thank you so much.
Put your hands together one more time for Miguel Perez. Wow. Shit. Just a little warning for the viewers at home. I want you to know that there is a parental advisory before the show starts, and we're not beating kids with wire coat hangers in the cooch. This next performer coming up, she's a lovely performer. She has her guitar with her tonight, so she has a nice song for us, and she also has jokes. So give it up one time. Put your hands together for Yael Gavish.
You never heard that song. Oh, come on. Wait. Hold on with the song. So yeah, my name is Yael Gavish. It's not that difficult. I'm from Israel. You scared now? Yeah. So I came here 3 years ago to make my dreams come true, the American dream. So now I'm a waitress in English. Fuck you. It's not easy. Like in my head, like the American dream was like, oh my God, I'm going to. A Porsche didn't wait for me at the airport. Like I have to work, I have to do taxes. I'm like, that's not the American dream. But it's still better than the Israeli dream, I guess, which is making peace with the Palestinians, I guess. It's not my dream. I'm here. America. Yes, I moved here. No one believes in me back in Israel. My mom, she came to my first show because she told me that she wants to see me getting cold feet and not going up on stage. I was 15 years old. My show was very good. And 13 years later, I'm still doing comedy, still not getting any cold feet or any money for that. So thank you, that, Mom. You don't need to be gay to disappoint your parents. Comedy. Yeah. Did you disappoint your parents? We all disappoint our parents, come on. Especially if you have a Jewish mother. Like no matter what you're gonna do. So I tried harder and I married a goy. Yeah, I disappoint all Jewish mothers in the world. Yeah, my husband is not Jewish, and I thought that she's gonna take it like really hard, but no, she was looking at me and said, "At least someone took you." She thought that I'm lesbian. Yeah, I'm a tomboy, but it's cool. Yeah, so no one believed in me in Israel. My husband is an American. It speaks only English with no subtitles. It's not easy. Yeah, we try to do some stuff like dirty talk and stuff. It's not working. I have accent. It doesn't sound sexy. Like, it's not like a French accent. I don't know, like, oh yeah, I want you to lick my pussy. I have Israeli accent. It's chet ve'ain. It sounds like I came on a camel to America. It's not, there's nothing sexy in there. But we tried, and I have like some problems with like understand stuff. It's not my first language and everything. And I was looking at me. I was like, all right, let's try that. I want you to suck my cock. And I was, are you thirsty? We only have Sprite. So it didn't work at all. Yeah, so I was single for many years, though. That was my problem. That's why my mom was like, oh, at least someone took you. I was single for years, and the problem was never me. I was fine. The only problem was you guys. You're all assholes. I have no other explanation for that. And yeah, like I could never trust guys. Every time, like for example, like have you ever asked a guy to bring a condom? Are you sure? Do we need to worry? Do you need to worry? Yeah, it's funny because there's so many feminists in Boston, and one time I asked that question and someone was like looking at me and she was like, I carry my own condoms. And I was looking at her like, I carry my own Plan B pills. I won. So yeah, so every time in my life that I've ever asked a guy to bring a condom, guys, you have the same look with the same sentence. Why? Do you have any diseases? I'm like, no, but I don't have any names for the baby, so let's not take that chance. Yeah, I'm not ready to have kids for now. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot of things, a lot of like responsibilities, a lot of money, a lot of parts of my body that might change, and I don't think I have enough boobs to feed a baby, and I don't want to raise a child with eating disorder, so I'm not doing that now. But my biggest problem was, by the way, I told it to my therapist. I see a therapist. If you were worrying about me, I see a therapist. And I told him that. And he was looking at me. And instead of cheering me up because I pay him, he was looking at me and said, yes, also global warming. Are you kidding me? But I don't know. As a Jewish person, it made me feel a little better to know that he's suffering more than me. Yeah. So I'm not sure. The biggest problem with the not having kids thing is that my biggest dream in my life was to win the Oscar by the year of 2020, which is coming very fast. You're laughing. Thank you. Another person who doesn't believe in me. I'm collecting you guys. So yeah, but the problem is that like I'm not gonna get nominated probably, I guess. And my plan is like if I'm not gonna get nominated for sure, I'm gonna get pregnant this year and then next year I'm gonna have a baby and I'm gonna name him Oscar. Because I want an Oscar that bad. And if I'm gonna have a girl, I'm gonna have an Emmy. It's still cool. And if she's gonna be ugly, I'm gonna have a Golden Globe. Yeah, so I was single for years. I have a song about it because, as I said, the problem was never me. Like, the guys that used to hit on me were, like, so weird. Like, till today, like, normal guys never hit on me, right? Like, girls, where are they? What's going on with them? Like, the guy, like, I remember one morning I went to grab a coffee in Tel Aviv in my neighborhood. At 7 a.m., I was wearing my pajamas and I was walking in the street. A truck driver stopped his truck, opened the window, and yelled at me, "You're the most beautiful girl I've seen today." I was like, it's 7 a.m. That's not a compliment. So yeah, that was like my dating life. I was very bad in dating. Like that. I noticed that there's like a huge difference between guys after a date and after like girls after a date. Like a guy go back to his friends and is like, oh yeah, it was okay. That's it. Girls, we notice to everything. A girl can go back to her girlfriends after a date and be like, oh my God, girls, I found the one. We have the same lines on our hands. God made us like that. It's a sign. And I tried that once. I went back to my girlfriends. I was like, okay, I think I found the one. We have the same boobs. I guess it's another sign. So yeah, my biggest problem is that many guys like broke up with me. Like not many, but yeah, many. So I wrote a song for them, for all these assholes. Is there any girl here that admit that someone broke up with them? Never. Yeah. Liars. Oh, you? Oh my God, sister. We're very spatial. Like girls, usually you can see a girl crying and be like, oh my God, what happened? Did he break up with you? And she'll be like, no. We broke up together. We are liars. And now you're going to hear that song and you're going to be like, oh yeah, they did break up with me. So that's the breakup song. You asked me to come over. you have something to say, please don't do the conversation. My love, I'm on my way. I'm outside your door, but I'm afraid to knock. I know what's gonna happen. Babe, I think that we should talk. No, we shouldn't. 'Cause you're not gonna ask me to move in with you, and you're not gonna say that I'm a dream that's coming true. You're just gonna dump me. It's not gonna last forever. But if someone will ask, we broke up together. You looked into my eyes. You said that I'm too good for you. I just think that I'm fine. Giselle's too good for you, you fucking asshole. You said that you don't want any relationship. Now everyone will know you have a tiny dick. 'Cause you're just gonna dump me. But I will be okay. 'Cause I'm lying to myself. My ex-boyfriend is gay. He's gay and he has a micro penis. Yes, so is my time over, or can I talk with you about my ex-boyfriend's penis for a moment? I want to tell you something. It's not something big, it's something very small. I need your help. It's true story. He broke up with me and he had like this. Like, I felt like my Jewish mother tried to prepare me to life, like to teach me like things that I need to know, like pay taxes, do that. But micro penises, no, she never mentioned that. Like, this is a good thing to know. I was like, first night that we had sex, I woke up in the morning virgin again. It was bad. And yeah, so the biggest mistake that I've done, I took him to one of my show in Israel, and I have some jokes about me not having boobs. So after the show, he told me that my boobs look like 2 bites of mosquitoes. That's what I said, like, oh. I don't want to tell you that you're getting a blowjob after every meal because I need a toothpick. So he broke up with me. Guys, thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you.
Alrighty. All right, yeah. I've never heard a woman describe her titties as just some Skittles and shit. You know what I'm saying? If she was gay, I would have to taste the rainbow. Anyway, all right, so this next guy coming up, he was in the movie Open Mic. You can catch it. Well, I'm pretty sure he'll tell you. Bring up right now, Caleb. Yeah!
Thank you. I was not in a movie called Open Mic, if you guys are wondering. I host the Mooyah Open Mic. It's a common mistake. Happens so often, you wouldn't believe it. Not in a great mood today, feeling pretty shitty, because I saw an old photo of myself. You guys ever make that horrible mistake? See a photo of yourself from about a year ago? I looked at I didn't even recognize myself. I used to be cute. Can you believe that? I used to wear polo shirts, and I used to have a high top, and I was beautiful. And now I look like a hitman who only kills gay people. 365 days, and now I look like a middle school bully. What the fuck is wrong with me? God. I'm also in a bad mood because I got some really bad news. Like right before I came on stage, I got some really bad news. I hate that you guys have to hear this from me, but Jared Fogle of Subway fame, he gained all the weight back, you guys. I know. It's horrific, because I personally, it's sad to me because I'm somebody who believes in separating the weight loss from the weight loser, and he's one of the all-time greats. He really is. Here's a guy who's such a hero, you know, such an absolute mensch that at some point he had to make a decision. He had to choose between his two addictions, right? On the one hand, food. On the other, illegal child pornography. And he made a choice, you know, a real Sophie's choice, if you ask me. It's tough. Damn. Thinking about buying a gun. Anyone else? No? Okay. Oh, one? Everybody else, I just assume you're either under 18 or you already have one. Yeah. Thinking about a gun, because the thing is about guns is, like, I can recognize that on the whole probably been a net negative on society. Yeah, I can admit that. On the other hand, I think I speak for everybody in this room when I say that guns are the coolest thing in the entire world. Are you joking? They're so fucking cool. I feel like you could explain guns to like a caveman, like somebody who had no sort of social idea of what that is, you know, none of the baggage we have for it. And as soon as you get done explaining it, they just be like, can I have a gun? Do you have one on you? Sounds awesome. I think my attitude on guns is a little relaxed because I went to like a black middle school, and white kids bring guns to school to like kill some girl, and black kids bring guns to school just to be like, hey, Caleb, look how cool this gun is. Are you seeing this thing? It's awesome. Fucking sick. And I agreed, you know, and now I'm here. You guys see the Avengers movie? Whatever it's called, the end of it, yeah? Endgame. Thank you, nerd. I appreciate you. You guys saw it, yeah? Anybody didn't see it?
Yes. Yeah.
You did? Okay, a couple people. All right. I didn't see because I don't give a fuck about lame shit like that. I'm cool. I have tattoos. I wouldn't go see some fucking movie about, what's it, Spider-Man versus the Hulk. I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. I'll go ahead and spoil it. I haven't seen it, but somebody dies. I don't know who. Probably Spider-Man. Probably kills himself. I don't know. Just so mad because he's such a loser, you know? I don't know. I don't give a fuck about the Avengers. A movie franchise I do care about is Star Wars, though. I know you do. I fucking know you do. Because you knew the name of the Avengers movie. That's how I know. Star Wars I care about, and I was thinking about Star Wars recently, just getting pissed off. Just getting so mad. Because, why don't they let R2-D2 talk? I don't understand. Every other robot in these fucking movies talks all the time. They won't shut up. He gets beeps. They know how to make a robot talk, obviously. His big gay friend can do it all the time. And he has to, and they treat him like Lassie. It's so patronizing. They're like, hey, what do you need? Oh, to go to space? Yeah, we're already, whatever. He can't tell, you know, it's been years. He's thirsty. We don't know. He's been so busy. He's a child. He's not. Oh God, never mind. Fuck. Jesus Christ. You guys watching the NBA playoffs? Yeah. Yeah, that's funny, right? You guys watching the NBA playoffs though? Yeah? Couple people? I know it's not you, dude. I fucking know it's not you. The NBA playoffs are great. I'm a big NBA fan. One issue I do have with the NBA, though, is like the commentary. I feel like a lot of the times the commentary is like kind of racially coded. Have you guys noticed that? Like somebody will be like some commentator will be like, oh, and here comes James with the monster slam. By God, what an inhuman slam from LeBron James. God, what a subhuman dunk that was from LeBron James. Jesus Christ, something about that guy is really different from me. You know, something about that guy, I just want to get down there and measure his skull, see what's going on in there. I just want to get down there and pay that guy $50 to fuck my wife. I don't know. Something about that, guys. I've been Caleb Pitts. Thank you guys so much.
It's me again. Did you guys miss me?
Yeah.
Give it up for Caleb Pitts, folks. And give it up for this fucking nerd for knowing the name of the most popular movie of the summer. What do you read the internet, nerd? I bet you know your ABCs in all the 50 states. Oh my God, I can't believe this kid. All right. Guys, I'm so excited to bring up your next performer. She runs some fantastic shows. She runs an open mic at Improv Boston, and you'll see her all around town. She's absolutely delightful, so please give it up for Miss Stirling Smith.
I used all my good jokes on you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to be here. It's certainly a thrill. You're such a lovely audience. I'd like to take you home with me. I'd love to take you home. Unfortunately, my husband says I can't take home any more new playmates until I get rid of the ones that are in the basement. So sad. I don't know if you've noticed, but I am not a white woman. But I identify as one when I'm on the phone. In my yoga pants, eating my kale and beet salad. I even know how to spell quinoa. But my favorite time is when I'm drinking my white girl rosé and I can cry on command and say I'm sorry with such conviction that I get Verizon for life now because of Jerome. Sterling, are you all right? Yes, I am, Jerome. I just can't afford this $9.99 anymore a month. Please, can you help me? You have Verizon Unlimited for the next 22 years of your life, Sterling. Good luck with your family. Thank you, Jerome. I have tried it out in public. It just doesn't translate, though. I had a job interview with a woman. I was on the phone for probably a total of 6 hours over a 6 week period. She saw my resume. You can't tell what color I am on paper, but I looked white. And then I met her. In the office, I was the only one there. And she went back and forth like it was a GYN appointment. Sterling? 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 I'm the only one here. I'm like, hello, Janice, it's me. Oh, no, you're not. Your voice sounds familiar, but I don't trust that. I didn't get the job. Her loss. Now, I know you guys realize this, but most people who do what I do right now are insane. Why would we do this? Really? There's something wrong with us inside, but I thought I was the exception. And then I was diagnosed recently as an HBW. Not HPV. You guys get your shots. I don't want to catch anything. I was diagnosed as a happy black woman. Get a good look. We're not around that much. I'm on the same path as the dinosaur, the dodos, and diaphragms. I'm a minority within a minority. Hashtag Eminem. And this is how I do it. Each day, 30 minutes of yoga. Namaste. Then I down a huge fruit smoothie with a little tab of Adderall. Repeat for lunch, and then a sensible dinner. Every night. I know they say you're not supposed to do your workout at night, but every night, you guys, as well as I, can do this workout. It's the abs workout. Ambien. Bong hit. Shots. Not talking this kind of shot. I'm talking 3. You'll wake up the next morning, feel like you're walking on sunshine. And I know you're not supposed to operate heavy machinery, but I do have to commute to work. So I just don't think of my car as heavy, because that's mean. When I was a youngster, I met my husband. I was a 175-pound, jacked, stacked, with a 12-pack, competitive bodybuilder. I know. Have you seen my ass? My husband was a 132-pound drug mule. It was the 80s. So all you romantics, opposites do attract. I would run for fitness. My husband was running from the cops, which is weird because he's white. I love that. I was on the road to perfection, According to my grandmother, he was on the road to perdition. I lived for almost 2 years on canned tuna, cottage cheese, and rice cakes. He lived on sex, coffee, and cocaine. I'm still trying to figure out which one of us had the better experience. So when we finally decided to get married, 30 years by the way, when we decided to make it official, I told him that if I were going to maintain this kick-ass bod, he was going to have to do the same, or there would be no more nookie. Please forgive me, audience. It's been at least 6 inches since I last pegged my husband. If you're an older individual and you don't know what pegging is, when you Google it, do not ask for the picture. You're not going to like what you see. I'm not really sure why we're together. I'm definitely too cheap to get a divorce. He is too lazy to leave. And I think one of us is suffering from a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome. I'm not really sure which one. Our household is very socialist. He makes so much more money than I do that I feel it is my responsibility to spend as much as possible. So my Tesla is coming next Wednesday. Yes. And the world is ending, so I don't have to worry about the payments. PC culture has even gone into our bedroom. Instead of having sex, because neither of us wants to be the aggressor, we both go to bed frustrated. Fast forward to a couple hours later, one of us busts the other one jerking off on the couch. I'm so proud of him because he is taking matters into his own hands. I like my sex the same way I like my stand-up. Readily available. It should be fun, right? And after careful research, it has been determined that I am so much better in front of an audience. My name is Stirling. Thank you for listening.
That was Stirling Smith, folks. Very sexually empowered black woman. I am an unempowered white man. Every time I go down on a girl, she says, "Kevin, that was great." I say, "Thank you. Can I use you as a reference?" Keeping the show rolling. Your next performer is quite new to the game, but he has been impressing everybody left and right. Runs some fantastic shows in Swampscott, Linfield, and sometimes he comes to the city to integrate with you, Cambridge Fox. Please give it up for Mr. Chris Justice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. I was just kidding. I'm not even a comic. I was walking down Mass Ave, and they saw me with this cool Bill Cosby sweater on. They were like, "You want to come in and do a few minutes?" I was like, why not? Why not? I was on my way here. I saw a homeless guy out there. You guys got homeless people all over Central Square. It's crazy. Gave him a few dollars. And you ever give a homeless guy a few bucks, and then the minute you walk away, you're like, "Please, for the love of God, please, one time, just be one of those undercover billionaires looking to turn someone's life around." Am I right? Jesus Christ. Like, that's what that's come to for me. I need I'm hoping a homeless guy can turn my life around, right? I'm 44. I'm married. I have 2 kids. I feel like my wife's watching all the right TV shows for me to wind up perfectly murdered someday. Does anyone? You doing that yet? You guys? Every night I go home, it's wicked widows, wives with knives. Without a trace. What are you trying to tell me? I think I'll sleep in the basement tonight. I'm like trying to find a hide space from her. I think I saw her pulling a notepad from between the mattresses last week. I think it's getting close. Remember this face, guys, all right? They got those hashtags, believe women, right? I'm like, yeah, I believe that this woman's going to fucking murder me one of these days. You guys, is anyone listening? Jesus Christ. We live in Saugus. You guys know Saugus? You guys from around here, Route 1, they got all the, we're going to go out to eat. I'm like, "Hey, you want to go out to eat?" She's like, "Well, there's nowhere to go." I'm like, "Why don't we take a ride up Route 1? I think this, pretty sure they just built a brand new steakhouse right next to another brand new steakhouse with the same fucking name. I don't know why they did it, but I mean, it's there. I mean, it's true too. Like, honestly, my wife's a beautiful woman. All you women, you guys are like, we're bags of shit. Like, honestly, like, we don't deserve you women. You women, like, get your hair done, makeup, nails, wear clothes that make your body look good. You wear these heels, right? I'm like, we're going out to eat. I'm like, honey, have you seen my dress hoodie? I'm like ripping through dirty clothes. I mean, like, honestly, it's just, we're fucking pathetic, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I have 2 kids. This past Christmas was probably the last year I had a kid that believed in Santa. My 10-year-old kid. It's probably it for her, so whatever. But she hits me with a list this year. She goes, I want a puppy and an iPhone. I'm like, 10 years old? You want a puppy and an iPhone? That's a big list, right? And, like, I dropped the ball because, like, her 2 best friends got a puppy and an iPhone, and I got her Monopoly. Like, I just, it didn't work. And her friend got, like, an iPhone 10. She only wanted a 7. Like, she was being conservative. And, like, her friend got a 10. Like, they're rubbing it right in, you know? My other kid's 14. This kid handed me a list worth $14,000 in items. This fucking kid. She knows I'm a piece of shit. I don't have money, right? I'm like, what are you... Right? So I just pushed her right down a flight of stairs. Problem solved, right? So I told the detective it was an accident. She tripped, you know? I had family members calling like, oh, my God, is she all right? Is there anything we can get her? Oh, my God. I'm like, anything you can get her. It's a whole list of shit you can get her. It's all her favorite things. Talk about 2 birds. Those items came off like a wedding registry. It was fucking great. Woo. How we looking? How we looking for time? Minute? All right, I'll wrap it up. Whatever. I didn't get much time. Hey, I love this place. I love coming to Cambridge. It's always great. I am kind of new to this. And, like, after the show, people come up to me once in a while like, Chris, don't quit your day job. You're not that good at this, buddy. Right? But then occasionally you get these other people who come up to me like, oh, my God, Chris, kill yourself. I'm just kidding. That's just something my daughter says to me when I leave the house every day. All right, guys, have a good night.
Give it up one more time for my man, Chris Justice. All right, we're going to keep the show pushing. We got 2 comics left. We got 1 comic before your headliner. This next guy, I worked with him in the Cape. He was pretty funny, and he's Jamaican. Don't be scared, white people. It's okay. He's not going to rob you or anything. He just came with jokes. I want you to put your hands together right now for my man, Jamie Aird, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for ruining that for me, Big D. I wanted people to guess what the fuck I was. But thank you. Did that seem a bit racist to you guys? Because the black guy brought me up. Before that, the white guy brought up. Forget it. Let's talk about something else. I like you, Big D. This is how you run your shit. My God, ladies. The attack on the man. Jesus. You know, we're not that awful. And what's his name who said that we're all shit? I'm not. I'm okay. I'm okay. All right? Especially what's in the one that was Jewish that said someone who said, You're beautiful, you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen in the world at 7 o'clock in the morning. And she was upset. That's just fucking selfish. That's just let me tell you something. This is a guy. If we were out and a woman shouted out from a truck and said, You're the most beautiful guy I've seen all day. Oh my God. I would call my grandma. Say, Grandma, it happened. You said it wasn't, but it did. I'm going to masturbate now. It's selfish. Let me tell you something. A lot of stuff that women can do, a lot of guys can't do. Like, you guys get away with so much shit. And we do so much for you. Like, just having sex and moaning. Guys don't fucking moan. We do that specifically for you. Think about it. If you go into a house, to a house. You're in the house, probably. Hopefully that's your house.
Stranger's house.
And you go in, I don't know if it's your kids or it's your husband, whoever it is, and catch him masturbating, he's gonna just look like a fucking like a fucking serial killer masturbating. There's no moaning. It's just basically this. That's all we're gonna look like, because we don't fucking moan. It's specifically just for you. It's just certain stuff that we can't do. If you go past a room and you hear a woman just going, you're going like, ooh, what is that? If you go past a room and you hear a man go, oh, you're like, what the fuck? We have kids in this house. It's just that. It's just ridiculous. It's just stuff that we can't get away with. Old people like that joke. Screw you guys. Every time I go to a homeless shelter, old people like, I don't even have a bathroom. They just masturbate in their bed. Next to me when my wife kicks me out. I'm not gonna sleep in the cold. You know what the crazy thing is? So I'm Jamaican. You already said that. There was this thing going around for some reason that there's certain stuff that I didn't know. Like for some reason when I came here, Black Americans told me that I wasn't black. Makes no fucking sense, right? No sense at all. I'm like, what the fuck am I? They're like, oh, you're Jamaican. I was like, oh, all right, I get it, I guess. I said, then what the fuck are like Russians and and Poland and what are all those other whitest places? Probably Germany. I'm not sure. I did see a black German guy. No, he was mixed. Okay, just say this, right? For instance, it's like someone giving me a monkey from Australia, and this monkey, just pretend this monkey talking, this monkey goes, hi! I'm a monkey. I'm like, no, you're not. You're fucking Australian. All right, I get it. Relax. Let's go. This is something stronger. Listen, so I recently discovered this thing called pocket pussy. I went in the house and I bought it because I felt like this was the American way. I bought it and I brought it home, but I didn't use it for some reason. I don't know, it wasn't my thing. So I put it away. But my girl found it. When she found it, she was angry. I kid you not. Her only reason for being upset was because it was white. That was her only reason for being upset. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, this doesn't represent us. Why did you have to get a fucking white one? I said, it's fucking plastic. I wasn't there looking for a black pocket pussy. I just got it and I bought it. And I was like, first of all, you have a fucking purple dildo. What the fuck does that represent? Dear fucking Barneys? Dear fucking purple dinosaurs? I'm blaming me? All right, have a great night. They're flashing me. Damn it.
Give it up for Jamie Air one more time, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the final part of the show. We bring up the headliner for the show. Give it up for all the comedians you've seen here tonight.
Give it up.
Yeah. My wonderful co-host, Kevin M. Quigley.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me. You've been very receptive, especially the nerd.
Yeah.
Call back. I think you're good.
He's a callback. He's not really a nerd. I mean,
I like that guy. His face has been frozen in laughter the entire
Yes, the whole time. I love it. It's
They've
like
been back in the studio talking about how it's good footage.
he's
Oh,
like a
it's good.
fish in warm water. Just
Oh my God. I think he's got a pocket pussy, but I can't see because of that woman's jacket. I think it might have been in it the whole
I
time.
don't know. It might be in her hood. Anyway, so we're gonna bring up this the final comic of the night. He has been on MTV.com. He's opened up for Tom Green, and he is from the beautiful state of Hawaii.
Aloha.
Aloha. Let's put your hands
Let me give you
together
the
right
moment.
now for the wonderful Sonny Dennis.
Oh my God, we get to go home soon, guys. Can you believe it? Well, like 10 more minutes. Hot damn. This looks great. We got the fucking crowd. You guys look great. You guys also look great. 3 cameras. Let's make you guys work for it, right? Oh, they're pretty good. They're not bad at their job. It's weird that, like, I usually perform at bars, and this is not a bar, so there's no excuse for me to be as drunk as I am right now. You know? Like, day drinking, yeah! Any day drinkers? You look like a day drinker, sir, yeah? You get down on a mimosa in the morning every now and then? Nothing wrong with it, man. If you're a functional alcoholic, why not, you know? I've been drinking a little bit of whiskey ginger today, you know? Sophisticated way to get drunk. And it might not be sophisticated to you, but you got to realize when I was 19, my drink of choice was Four Loko. This is back in like 2009 when it was a different Four Loko, okay? And if you don't know what Four Loko is, congratulations. You're living a good life. But just so you're aware, Four Loko is an energy drink / malt liquor. You know, for homeless people with places to be. There's no reason for those to be together because malt liquor has you really drunk really fast. You're about to black out. You have no clue because the energy has you alert and awake, you know? So you're at a party getting really drunk. You've had like four Locos. It's like 18 Loco. It's too many Loco, all right? But everyone loves you. Like, this guy's hilarious. And then, boom, it's 8 hours later and you're covered in shit. Yeah. Look at the can in your hand and what does it say? Enjoy responsibly. You know, like that was an option with Four Loko. What it should say is Four Loko. Enjoy shitting in your car. But that's not accurate because Four Loko drinkers don't have cars. Yes, miss, that is correct. What it should say is Four Loko. Enjoy shitting in an ATM vestibule, right? Yeah, there we go. A little Cambridge flair in there for you. Make it personal. I don't feel bad for the blackout drinkers. You know, like, we've all been blackout drunk before. Has anything good ever come from blackout drinking? No, you never wake up with a hangover and no memory. Your roommate's like, you don't remember last night? You did all the dishes and folded your laundry? And we talked about politics for an hour in a mature way? Wow, really? He's like, no, you shit in my car. Fuck. Oh, man. You see, I don't like getting blackout drunk, but I'll be buzzed like every day. Like, I'm pretty buzzed right now. It's a good life to live. And the best place I've realized to be a little bit drunk is at the gym. Okay? 'Cause I don't have, you're looking at me a little skeptical, sir, but I'm telling you, you don't have bad workouts anymore, all right? People think it's dangerous, but you know, I'm actually working out less. I just feel better about the workout, you know? Like in my head, I'm sprinting through the desert as sweat glistens down my chiseled body and the Foo Fighters are playing in the sky. Someone needed the best of you! But in reality, I'm power walking on a treadmill, drinking wine out of a Gatorade bottle. Yeah. Oh, man. The guy next to me is like, hey, what flavor is that? I'm like, Mountain Merlot Blast. It is great until you throw up in the middle of Planet Fitness. Yeah. Whew, then it's not a judgment-free zone anymore. No. Pull the drunk alarm. Get him out of here. Oh, man. Oh, boy. You guys look, like usually when I do shows in like public access places, it's like homeless people looking to stay warm. You all look like, you guys look like you got, like you have a college degree, don't you? You're damn right you do. Man, what'd you go to school for? It's bad? Is it bad? What'd you go to school for? Neuroscience, that's sick. Europe's great. Neuroscience. Like the science of a Eurostat, James Harden shit, no? That's a neuroscience. Why are you ashamed of that? I'm a fucking philosophy major, okay? Which is just a fancy way to say that now I work at Outback Steakhouse, you know? Like, do you want a bloomin' onion, or has the universe made that decision for you? Because you're getting one anyway. It sucks. That's such a good, like, way to go, dude. There's, you know, what's the point in your classes, I'm sure, were, like, important. You learn some stuff. Philosophy is like hanging out with a pothead for too long every day. Because the professor says things like, this chair, does it exist? How do we know this chair is even here? And I'm like, cool, this guy does not take attendance. So, unless you can prove I'm not here, I'll be smoking weed in a Jeep. Yeah. Ironically enough, I did flunk out of philosophy. That did happen. But weirdly, philosophy helped me in the real world. Like, you know, math never did or any of that shit. But my dad called and was like, you dropped out of school? And I got to be like, or did I? What? You can't be disappointed if I don't exist, Dad. But I do, and he is. So, man. I'm not good at the whole life decisions thing. Like Big D said, originally I was born and raised in Hawaii. 3 years ago, I moved to Boston. Shouldn't have done that. That was a fucking mistake. Like, here's the thing, Boston itself is great. You fucking people are something else. Like, being mean is not a personality, all right? It's weird, because, like, being from Hawaii, I have this really weird and foreign thing called a positive outlook on life, you know? My neighbors don't like it. I'll see him on the way to work, and I'm like, hey, man, good morning. He's like, I don't fucking know you. Which is how they say aloha here. Yeah, found that out the hard way. It's a trip, because has anybody here been to Hawaii before? Yeah? Okay, do you guys know what the worst part about Hawaii is? Is when you go to visit there. Right? Thank you for being a good sport about it. I hated tourists growing up. They were the worst. Because it's people that get excited over shit you see every day. You know, they're like, oh my God, it's a whale and a dolphin and a waterfall. Let's rent a Mustang. Blah. But I'm like that version of a tourist here, you know, because I haven't seen any of the Boston stuff before. I'm like, whoa, is that a real billboard? What's Panera Bread? Excuse me, sir, can you get a picture of me and the black guy? People don't know that about Hawaii. This is true. History of those islands, only 7 black guys ever. There used to be 8, but the one guy left to become president, so, you know. So I'm happy I'm in Boston. There's like 73 black people. I know. All right, too far, Cambridge. I get it. Reel it back in there. Oh, boy. I always get the same questions, though. They're like, you're from Hawaii. Why would you move here? Why would you come to Boston? And I'm like, I don't know, Helen. Why haven't you left? You can move anywhere in the world and you just stay What's great about Tewksbury, Massachusetts, right?
Nothing.
She gets it. You get it. You get it, girl. You go. Go to Hawaii. That's where you go. Oh, that's improv right there. It's a trip because I always get the same. They always talk about winter. They're like, oh, my God, there's no winter in Hawaii. Why would you come? I mean, there's no winter. There's winter here. Personally, I love winter because back home, there's nothing to kill homeless people. They just keep living and living and living and living and drinking beer on the beach in front of you. It's frustrating. You know what falls out of the sky in Boston every 9 months? Consequences! Oh, man. All right. You guys are fucking fun. I like this crowd. I like this group. Usually the homeless joke doesn't go good in Cambridge, but man, you saved the day on that one. Oh, boy. I just got engaged this year. Yeah. That's the normal reaction. Yeah, love, marriage, it's good. It's 2019? Yeah, 19. I'm still drunk. Anyway, I thought, we've been together for 8 years, so I thought that, like, it would be easier the further you go along. Are you guys together, married?
Married.
How long have you guys been together for?
19 years.
19? Damn it! Did it get
today?
Today? Congrats, you fucking great way to spend it, by the way.
Yeah.
Good man. I got to learn something from you. Was it 10 years in? Did it get easier or like harder, or do you have to still work the same amount?
We added kids 5 years in, so it was a little bit
Okay.
harder.
I don't have kids to buffer me, so like she calls me on all my shit. That's the problem. Well, I disagree with you there. I'm gonna disagree with you there. Because she wants more than I do, especially like in the bedroom. We've been having these new conversations. Because 8 years, you get not even bored. You know the maze. You know all the ins and outs and all the turns. So she wants to do all this new stuff. You know, first one this year was having music on during the lovemaking. I didn't like it because it made me feel like I was cheap and like I was in porn. But then she said I could pick the music that we have sex to. I don't know if anyone here has come to the Space Jam theme song before, but just say I took it into overtime. You know, come on, slam if you want to jam. Yeah. She loved it. She had a good time. The other one was we'd started doing role playing this year, which I was looking forward to. Role playing seemed like it was going to be fun. You know, maybe I put on like an accent or like a fake hat. You know, do a little bit of maybe a Frenchman or something. No, she had this idea where I pretend to break into our apartment while she's in the shower and hold her down. Something we found out about role-playing this year is I'm really bad at sexual assault. Not a bad problem to have in today's times, but it is for me because this is my relationship. This is the woman that I love, and it's her fantasy for whatever reason, and I'm ruining it. She's mad. She's like, if you're not even going to do it, then don't even bother. And I'm like, God damn it, Pauline. First it's the money I don't make, then it's the bookshelf, now it's the rape. Ah! You're just like your mother. Oh, my God. You guys have been a ton of fun, Cambridge. Have a great night.
I appreciate you guys coming out for this taping tonight of the live Cambridge Comedy Underground show here at CCTV. I want to give a special shout out to the producer, Peter Levine. Thank you so much, brother. The tech team in the booth back there. All the camera men and women that's been on the ones and twos all night doing their thing. And most importantly, 19 years of marriage. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. And they shared it here at my show. Yes. And give it up for you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. I appreciate you guys so much. You can check this out on CCTV later on tonight or sometime this week. Thank you so much for coming out. Have a good one.
Yeah.